Hey, my friend, this is Kim Ward, and I want to welcome you to Pin for Profits. Yes, it is possible. Have you ever seen Mr. Popper's Penguins? That Penelope, I think her name is PPPP, Pin for Profits is possible. Say that 3 times fast. We are going to have fun together today. That I promise you. This course is really for the Pinterest beginner. I don't have to convince you as why, but I am going to share some details with you as to why you might consider adding Pinterest to your daily method of action. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. It's just you and I today, just you and I. Now, the cool thing is back in 2020, we were going through a global pandemic, right? I had created over $60,000 in 4 months just from my Facebook profile. I want you to hear that because if you're not at this level, if you're not ready for Pinterest, I realize that you wouldn't be here. But I also don't want you to have that fear of missing out where you feel like the influencers and the people who are having results are showing you that new thing, that new shiny object syndrome. For me, Pinterest was not part of the plan. There I go with all the P's again. Back when I really took my business to a 6-figure, process. It is a process. I'm not going to get through this seriously. And so there was no business page. There was no paid ads, and there was no other platform for me at the time. It was literally me in Facebook groups, really being conscientious and taking action on my personal Facebook page. Now, I spelled my own name wrong on the slide, but that's okay. Let me fix it real quick. What I want you to know is that when the time is right, that is when I started to add the additional platforms because I had the time, right? And so you're here because we're going to talk about Pinterest. Pinterest is a long-term game. I want you to know and hear me very loud and clear. Pinterest will take you between 45 and 90 days for that organic traction to catch up to you. So this is not something that should be your primary focus. This is not something that should be, in my opinion, it really has to be simultaneous with how you're growing your business. And this is one of those things that you're doing daily with the understanding that 45, 90 days and beyond, you will start to see traffic over on your website, okay? So let's get through the few brief little visual presentation I have. And you're going to look over my shoulder and we're going to dive into Pinterest today. We're going to, I'm going to share you some things on Canva. That is a big recommendation of mine. If you have Canva Pro, it's going to make your life on Pinterest a lot easier. If not, do not fret. I'll show you a little hack over there on Pinterest as well. So real quick, I want to talk about why Pinterest first. Creating some realistic Pinterest goals, all right? I started out by telling you that Pinterest is a minimum of a 45 to 90 day game. That's so very true. Most people, most marketers who want their holiday stuff to be seen, you have to start at least 90 days prior. So August and September, you really start to see the holiday stuff ramping up, and even earlier, quite honestly. We're going to talk about board pins and idea pins. Those are really the only 2 things that you're going to do and utilize in the 12 minutes per day. And that's really cool, is we've kind of been able to break it down to maybe a 12-minute max DMO on Pinterest. Pretty cool, right? So honestly, why? I mean, why? Why are you here? I'm going to share these statistics with you. They're pretty cool. They're pretty astonishing as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sharing this with you because it's really important that as a marketer, we know where our ideal clients are hanging out, right? We believe that Facebook has, I mean, everybody and their mother is on Facebook, but TikTok, up until the kids went to school, the TikTok algorithm was specifically created towards the kids. It's true. Once the kids went to school, you notice that TikTok came out with a new algorithm shift and change. And that was so that now the parents of the children could see more of each other's stuff because TikTok knew the kids were at school. Many brands and many big influencers hang out on Instagram. So here's some fun facts about Pinterest that I want you to know before you dive into this platform so that you can ask yourself, is Pinterest the right place for me? 77.1% of Pinterest users are female, right? Holy mackerel. That's a lot. That's a lot. So ideally, we're not saying exclude men. We're just saying, if you have a service, a product, a business that speaks more towards the female audience, Pinterest will be, a potential match for you and what your goals are. 80% of US mothers, right? So us mamas who live in the United States, 80% of us use Pinterest. Now, don't tell my husband I told you this, but he uses Pinterest more than I do. Yeah, from a consumer standpoint. So the men are on Pinterest, so don't lose hope. And the cool thing is the median age of the Pinterest user is age 40. That is a really, really cool statistic because now depending on who you're looking for, that's how you can kind of establish that DMO that serves you. What platform are you going to be on? How are you going to show up on that platform? So with the majority of users being female, 80% of US mamas using Pinterest, and the median age being 40, that gives you a really good idea of who is the majority person that you're talking to, so you can craft your pins or your videos to that target market, right? And everything we do is all about testing. I'm not here to say if you're speaking to men who are age 27, they're not on Pinterest and you're going to fail. I just want you to be aware of where we're headed from that overall view. Okay, here's a very numbing statistic for you. 25% of social media marketers use Pinterest. Only 25%. Are you part of this 25%? Are you a part of the 75% who is really interested in making this a part of that long-term strategy for you? This has been fun for me. I've really enjoyed using Pinterest. And like I said, this is a really short visual piece. I just wanted you to be able to have a snapshot if you wanted to take that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to head over. If you have not created your account, you're going to go to Pinterest.com, Pinterest, all right, Pinterest.com. If you've already created your account, I want you to log in and I want you to just check your settings and make sure that you are on a business account, okay? And I'm not going to walk you through all of the settings here. It's pretty user-friendly, and we have a whole group. So you can come into the group and you can ask me questions in our VIP group if you're a member of My Lead System Pro. But if not, I'm sure YouTube and Google, it'll just walk you through how to set up the actual business settings. All right. So we're going to head over, and this is what your account will eventually look like. You can create a nice cover photo. So my company is here. I teach mindset and marketing for entrepreneurs. You've got your name. You can grab yourself a little username. So I chose Life by Design Solutions. You can choose your pronouns if you want to. With a business account, The most important thing that you want is to make sure that you have linked a website back on your Pinterest profile. See, many people don't realize, but the entire goal, the entire purpose of Pinterest is to drive traffic back to your websites, right? You're not really going to sell right here. You're not going to click and buy. You're going to send people back to your websites. And with organic traffic, you can see an influx of 300 to 500 new users on your website per month. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I work with a woman who created one pin 10 years ago. And the cool thing about Pinterest is you can run ads just like Facebook ads and TikTok and Instagram. We're not talking ads today, so breathe, it's okay. But she ran an ad for $10. And the way that the Pinterest ads manager works is that it runs in conjunction with the organic algorithm. So if we look at Facebook ads, for example, you're able to choose the geographic, the demographic, all of the little details that you want for your ad to be placed in front of people. With Pinterest, when you're running an ad, those users are searching for your content. So the nice thing is your ad isn't being thrown into people's face, really, who haven't asked for it. Your ad is being shown to people who are searching that type of content. So the higher quality of lead is there for you. But with this person in particular, she ended up shutting off that ad spend after just $10. She didn't need it anymore. It was working simultaneously and quite beautifully with the organic algorithm that her pin ended up going viral. Now, here we are, 10 years later. This is the true story. I just met with her last week. 10 years later, her pin is bringing her between 300 to 500 new users to her website every single month from this one pin. And the nice thing is it's all trackable here. There's a lot of metrics, so you don't have to pick and choose, like, do I think this is working? There's no emotion. This is fact only, which is really, really nice. And the second thing is she still makes monthly sales from that one pin. So when I say this is a long-term game, in 90 days, you can start seeing a return on investment, but you have the potential to still be, whether you're an affiliate marketer, right? MLSP is my home. So there's a lot of MLSP related stuff, but it brings people back to the website here that I've linked it to. So you want a website that you can link it back to, because the whole purpose is for you to drive traffic. Now, what kind of things can you share? We're going to get into that, but I want you to think primarily like blog posts are really, really great to share. Affiliate links are great to share. You know, different links that bring people back to your content, YouTube videos, right? So you're creating that virtual spider web that I talk about all the time, and you're just generating an audience, and it's a lot of fun. So I dropped my one-liner. I told people what I do, and that's pretty much it as far as the profile is concerned. So you've got your business account set up. All of your accounts, right? All of your Pinterest account is going to land by default on what's called created, all right? This is called created. This is not where you're going to see what we call your boards, okay? In order to see our boards, we're going to click on the saved button. And this shows us all of the boards that we have created. Now, the nice thing is you might be a multitasker. You might have multiple companies. It is a-okay to share your different ventures and the different pieces of you on Pinterest, but you have to have niche and conversation and theme specific boards. Really, really cool. So you can see I've got one board here called suicide prevention. I'm very big in the mental health community. So this board will go back to things like my nonprofit, our vendor events, things like our Facebook group, resources, right? We've got a YouTube channel, so a lot of YouTube links. And from YouTube, we're linking people back to our email list, right? So this Pinterest is to drive traffic to all of the other places that you're showing up. I've got mindset for entrepreneurs. I've got online marketing tips. I've got affiliate marketing. You can see, so you can have multiple boards that are niche specific. So if you're talking about health and wellness here, be specific. Is it gut health? Is it being vegan? Is it, what does that look like? So on that one board, you can give tips, recipes, you name it. The sky's the limit over here. And then you're pulling people back, like I said, either to your website, just the website in general, a blog post, a YouTube video. And yeah, I mean, you can even bring them back to a checkout, something that they can click on and purchase if you want to. Lots and lots of room here. So once you have the settings, we've got this set up, and your boards, don't feel like you have to have these set up on day one. These are going to evolve with you. And the nice thing is you can create a board at any time, right? Anytime. You might create a pin. You might find some inspiration based on what your company is doing or what your business theme is for this week. And you're like, oh, I don't have a board for that yet. No problem. You can actually create it as you're scheduling your pin to go out. Okay. So like I promised you, we're going to talk about two things. One is called an idea pin, which basically is the equivalent of Reels for Pinterest. And we're going to talk about the board pin, which is this right here. So if you're using Canva Pro, which I believe is like maybe $13 a month, what we're going to do is you're going to log into your Canva account, and we're going to create a design and just type in Pinterest. There's going to be 2 pin sizes. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I always gravitate towards this one for some reason, and I honestly don't know why. But what you're going to find is that there's just unlimited templates here. Unlimited templates. Let me give it a moment to catch up. So let's click on this one for today's example. Earn more passive income. Sign up today. Really great site. Okay, so we're going to just create our first pin together. Watch how fun this is. So I'm going to type my website, and you don't even need to do that, because when we schedule the pin, you're going to have a URL. You're going to have a destination of where this pin is driving traffic to. Your goal is whatever this pin is about, where we're shooting people over to should be very, very congruent with this message. So if I'm talking about a leveraged income, whatever they click on to go land on should also be talking about something along those lines, right? Leveraged. So I'm going to just say, create leverage with done for you software. Let's just, and you can see it's a little big. Come on. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. All right. And it says sign up today. I'm going to just leave that there and finish what I was doing here. I do not need my website at all, because I don't want to take the user. It's going to show them. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. It will show them the website, but it's not clickable at that point. We've got a lot of cool training inside of My Lead System Pro on Canva specifically that shares with you how to link a website in the graphic, in the actual graphic. So if I click sign up today, I can click these 3 buttons and click on a link, and I can put, my website if I wanted to, but it doesn't make any sense. There's no point there. So what I'm going to do one really, really big tip is that Pinterest is a search engine. So you want to use as many relevant keywords as possible. So if I'm talking about leverage, up here, we're going to rename this graphic something about create leverage. I'm going to hit enter and save that. So now the image itself is actually named and titled create leverage. So that helps beef up that SEO on the back end. And it really helps that particular pin be found if I was using something that was very, very specific. I'm being vague in this example, but I just wanted to show you how to get this done from Canva. So the coolest part is there's 3 buttons right here. I'm going to click these 3 buttons, and there is an option to share if you have Canva Pro. So I'm going to click see all, and I'm going to head down to Pinterest. Now, the nice thing is you can choose your board, and you can create another board right here, right from Canva, and it is linked to Pinterest. Now, of course, the first time you hit that button to share it to Pinterest, it's going to ask you for your login credentials. I've already logged in. Once you log in once, it saves that information. All right, so I've logged in. You'll link your 2 accounts, and now your goal, and we talked about setting up goals, but we didn't talk about what those realistic goals should look like, is not to make crazy sales in the next 13 days. It's to have, like we promised, maybe 12 minutes or less per day to create 1 value pin, 1 pin per day inside of Canva, and you can schedule it out. And your goal might be to post consistently, post 1 time per day on Pinterest. So 45 to 90 days out, you can be looking at the statistics from your business account, but also the websites that you're sending people, and look at the ROI. Is there a return on investment? And we're going to know that if our numbers are growing, right? And I'm going to show you mine, because the cool thing is I've used this particular Pinterest account that I'm sharing with you today only for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. I started this brand new account, and I was hovering about 800 monthly viewers. And now in 3 weeks, I'm over 4,000, over 4,200 monthly viewers. So it's going to start, if you're using things that are considered valuable for your audience. Does it make people laugh? Is it solving a problem? Is it considered a resource, right? Is it educational? And then if they want to know more, they're going to click on your link, which takes them off of Pinterest over to your website, your blog post, your YouTube channel, all that good stuff. So I'm going to choose a board. I might say entrepreneur assets. The title and the description, you want to think, what would my person be searching for? In this very poor example, I'm using create leverage. They might not be searching create leverage, okay? But for time's sake, I want to have you thinking about the process. And it's up to you. What is the material? What is the content that you're going to share with your audience? Okay, so one very specific example is how to core an apple in 2 steps. Very, very specific. And that could potentially contain some keywords that someone who's interested in coring an apple might search for, right? How to core an apple quickly. So my title is Create Leverage with Done For You software. Now, without being robotic, you do want to be a little repetitive with the keywords that you're choosing to use. So I'm going to just post that again, Create Leverage with Done For You software. That's what I love. And we elaborate at this point and bring in as many relevant keywords as possible without sounding weird. This isn't even a mini blog post here. This is just a little something that gets them to click on that destination website. So that's what I love about my affiliate program. Can't spell. It's okay. Check it out. Check it out if you're serious about leverage. Okay, then the destination website, and you're going to put a link. So in my case, kimwardcoaching.mlsp.com/launch, right? That's where I'm going to send people to. And the cool thing is, I've decided which board it's going to. I've done a good job naming this pin so that it is congruent with the keywords that I'm using. The title and the description should be rich in the keywords as well. Now you have a choice. You can publish this now, or you can click on the calendar and you can schedule your pin for a date and time in the future. And so if you like to content batch, which I highly recommend, is you could create one pin per day and have them scheduled right here in Canva so that it's going out for you every single day while you are running your business. Okay. Let me say today's the 28th. I'm going to click done and I'm going to schedule post, and boom, it is now going out to Pinterest. Okay, there we go. So now I can download, right? Here we go. I'm going to download this image. If you do not have Canva Pro, that is okay. I'm going to bring you back to Pinterest. And what we're going to do is you're going to click on create, and we're going to create a pin together. Now, the nice thing is you can drag and drop an image or a video. So I'm going to drag the pin that I just created. You can also have what we call a carousel pin, which means multiple images, right? We do that a lot on Instagram. Add your title. So I'm going to do the same thing. Create leverage with done for you software. Come on, Kim, get it together. I'm going to drop my, okay. Now from Pinterest, we're going to add that destination link once again. You wouldn't do both. You wouldn't schedule it from Canva and also come here and post it from Pinterest. That's redundant. I'm just showing you both options in case you don't have Canva Pro. kimwardcoaching.mlsp.com/launch. Now here again, you've got the same two options. We can publish immediately, or we can choose a later date, and we can go ahead and schedule a date and time in the future right from Pinterest. Now, if you're serious and you're going to be using Pinterest, I really highly suggest that you also download the app for your mobile device, and I'm going to show you why. But before we click on publish, we've got the date and time. Now we're going to choose which board this is going to go to. And this is what I was talking about earlier. If you're unsure that one of these boards is appropriate, you can go ahead and create a new board right here as you're scheduling it or as you're actually pinning it. So I'm going to say, oh, I think affiliate marketing, right? And I would publish it to affiliate marketing. And boom, any day now, it is being pinned. There we go. So it's scheduled. Now we're going to go back to our profile, and under saved, you can click on your board and you can actually have a description of each board, and you can have a link in that description as well. So I have online marketing tips, and here I'm pointing people back to my newsletter. And all through this, I've got one pin right here on how to repurpose your TikTok videos. And I've got 2,000 impressions on that. I've got a little video here of myself and my daughter. I've got 168 views or impressions and 3 clicks. That's what we're looking for, is we want to create content that, yes, the views are there. This here means it's an outside click. So whatever the URL, the destination I'm sending people to, they click that link to go learn more. So that shows you here on this particular pin, 4 people took that ultimate step that I'm looking for. So I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to take you down a big bad rabbit hole. What I want you to see is that Pinterest is a strategy, a long-term strategy that can and will drive traffic to all of the avenues that you're looking for an increase of traffic. And think of really successful marketers, right? Yeah, it's great if you have a replicated site and something to purchase, but you want longevity. You want retention with your people. So think about things like sending them to a blog post that is very much embedded with your affiliate links, with offers to join your email list, right? Something like this, where if they're looking, I'm driving people to my newsletter so that I can talk to them over and over and over again, right from my email. Okay. And then this particular video, I was actually sending people over to TikTok so that I can grow that TikTok account. And it's just all repurposed. It's just one big virtual spider web. Okay. So you understand Pinterest, you understand who's on Pinterest, why you want to use Pinterest, right? Just that simple daily pin that is going to add value to someone's life. I do a lot of video. That's why I haven't clicked on one of these yet. Let me see. Okay. The truth about email marketing. So let me click on this, and it's going to bring up this particular pin. Email marketing is a critical component. So I'm training my audience on something. I'm sharing a little something with them. And then guess what? There's going to be that external link, which is bringing them back to my YouTube channel. So on this particular YouTube video, I know I'm talking about email marketing, and I know that I'm offering them a course, a free course that has an upsell. But to get the free course, they've got to opt in, so they're getting on my email list. So this is a very, very intricate process, and I hope that this is landing. All right. So you've got, let's go back to your profile. This is you. You're all set up. You've got whatever main website you're sending people to. You've got your profile bio set up. We're going to, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. I wanted to click on saved. We're going to click on saved so that you're going to decide all of the things that make you you and set your boards up. And don't stress. I showed you how that can be done as we're going through this process. And again, if you content batch, take an hour once a week and decide, what is your theme for this week? What am I going to talk about this week? I could create 7 pins that talk about email marketing, and I could schedule them to go out once per day. And each pin would be having that conversation, maybe 3 tips, 1 big tip. And all the pins would be different from a visual look, right? But also from that conversational piece, but it will point people all back to the same place, potentially, if I wanted it to. So if I wanted to push as much traffic to that YouTube video as possible, because I know that will grow the email list, that will potentially get people, looking at that course. And then I've got a $27 one-time offer on the back end of it. So this organic strategy will be filtering people and driving traffic over, the next 90 days and beyond to that YouTube video, as long as that YouTube video is there. Now, the other cool thing, goat moms, is called an idea pin. So this is essentially similar to a reel that we know on Instagram and Facebook. This is what I use my phone for, and this is why I recommend downloading Pinterest for your phone. So what I could do is, if you are creating video anywhere else, TikTok, maybe an Instagram reel, Facebook reel, whatever that looks like, you can repurpose that even with the logo from the other platform. There are some platforms that don't like to see the logo, like Instagram has said, do not upload a video if it has the TikTok logo onto our platform. Pinterest doesn't care at this point. That may change in the future. You know how quickly social media changes. As of right now, that is okay. So if you're going to create an idea pin, what you're looking for is you would upload an image or a video. So this is what I primarily use for video. So let me see if I thought I took a shame. I have videos everywhere. This is what I do, honestly, from my phone. So I'm going to upload this little video here. It's asking you to add a title. I'm going to delete that. And here, I'm going to play this so you can see it. This is the video. So this is my digital business card. Now, the cool thing is, if we go over to the Pinterest app for your phone, you could then upload any kind of video. Like I said, if it was a TikTok or anything like that. So we've got the video. We're going to click next. We're going to do the same thing. So what's the title of the idea pin? You absolutely still always want to use as many relevant and searchable keywords as possible. Let's just say why a digital business card is important for entrepreneurs. I'll say online marketers. Right? We're going to choose the board again. This is optional. If you do not choose a board, let's leave that blank for right now. I'm going to show you where these end up. It will post to that first tab that we saw. And if you choose a board, it will also post there as well, in addition to. Now the tags, this is really cool. People actually don't see the tags, but this is helpful in what is that really niche down topic that you would like this pin to be organically promoted for. So if I type in marketing, there's a lot of things that are going to pop up. Please do not choose a tag if it is not at all relevant to the purpose of your pin or your idea pin, right? It is much like using a hashtag. You don't want to bait people into thinking, oh, this is about babysitting, when it's really about hatching chicken eggs. You're going to lose your followers quickly. So I'll choose marketing, and then I'll type marketing again, and I'll say small business marketing is relevant. And I'll continue this process, affiliate marketing, right? I saw one that said business marketing. And I will continue to choose as many relevant tags until I can't anymore. And I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes, people can comment, add the details. So there's no ingredients, there's no supplies, there's nothing like that here. And then advanced options. So shopping recommendations, show similar products. So this is looks like something that it's just coming out for Pinterest, right? You've disabled shopping recommendations. So that's because people can't shop from my pins, from my boards. They go back to the YouTubes, the blogs, the affiliate links, if you're an MLSP. And I'm going to go ahead and publish this pin. Okay, so here it is. Now, the nice thing is, like I said, there's no emotion with Pinterest. It's all facts and statistics. So right now, in the last 24 hours, there's 0 impressions, 0 pin clicks, and 0 saves. I really shouldn't see a good, healthy anything on this pin for 45 to 90 days and out, right? So let's go back to your profile. And as I said, you default to the created. And these are all of the pins that I was just talking to you about, the idea pin. So if we scroll down, This one pin here has 2.6 thousand impressions, views, 32 people clicked on it. No one saved it, but there's going to be a website URL, a link, an invitation for them to go see the thing that I was talking about. This one has 1.1 thousand, 10 people clicked on it. So here we go. This is from, I want to say October. So let me see the stats. Yeah, this is from October. This is when I first threw something up here, and only over the last 3 weeks have I started to actually use this account. So 2.58 thousand impressions, 32 pin clicks, and 22 people visited my profile through this pin. Pretty cool, right? So when they look at your profile, they're getting an idea of what the website, right? So you should be seeing more traffic on your website, and they're seeing and learning about you. So if you are a valuable asset to your audience through your boards, all of the different niches that you have, your idea pins, which is what this page is all about, you can seriously grow all of the traffic, the engagement, the subscription, everything to all of your other platforms. So I'm going to give you some real life stuff here. I started, like I said, it's been exactly 3 weeks this week that I've been using this account. But the cool thing is I will upload an idea pin once per day. So that's one short video that's teaching and training. And it's funny, but it's also teaching and training. And so it makes people want to click on it, and they're going to my TikTok. They're going to my YouTube. So in 3 weeks, I'm going to just pop some analytics. Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. So the last month is really, that's fitting. So look at here. My impressions are increasing. My engagement is increasing. My total audience is increasing, and my engaged audience is increasing. So 610%, 378, 723, 550 in 3 weeks. Don't have expectations. Like I said, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's unrealistic to think that I'm going to have a lot of sales and a huge, infrastructure built with just these pins in the last 3 weeks. I'm showing you, when you show up consistently, what is possible. And what I was about to say is that my other platforms have 100% grown. So I'm repurposing my content. Facebook followers have increased by 40 something people in the last 3 weeks. Instagram has increased by 40 something followers. My YouTube channel has increased by 21 subscribers in 3 weeks. My email list is up. Everything is up. Everything is up. And it's because now this consistency, I'm tracking the pins, I'm seeing where they go. So I'm taking that emotion out of my business. I'm looking at the statistics and the numbers just by promoting a video and a pin once per day. And it doesn't have to be both. It can be one or the other. So in 12 minutes a day, can you pop on a Canva, create one pin, write something up, decide what URL or what website you're going to send people to, and schedule one pin per day. Then from your mobile device, if you're creating TikToks or Instagram Reels, or even just short little videos, can you take that video and simply upload it as an idea pin to your Pinterest board? It's almost like set it and forget it, right? This is Pinterest for the lazy marketer. And that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope that you got some value out of our discussion today. And just recapping, looking at Pinterest, 1, who's there? What's the main audience? Do you serve them? 2, set your realistic goals. That might be, hey, I'm going to post once a day. I'm going to post consistently. I'm going to, start with blog or YouTube and just track my numbers and my growth over the next 90 days. And then continue to simultaneously add that on to my current marketing structure. And all I'm asking you to do is create one pin per day that you can schedule ahead of time, either through Canva Pro or right on Pinterest directly. And you can do it from your computer or your phone and upload a video on a consistent basis. And again, it does not have to be every single day. If you upload a pin Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you upload a video on Tuesday and Thursday, you're doing yourself a huge favor. So I applaud you for going through this today. I can't wait to see how you do with Pinterest. Start now, start today, have fun, create your pins, throw your videos up there, and really be intentional with what area of your business you're looking to grow. Don't spread yourself out too thin with, oh, Kim's doing YouTube and blogging and this, that, and the other thing. If you have a blog, focus on that for 90 days. Get those pins pointing to those blog posts, right? If you're growing YouTube, get those pins pointing to your YouTube videos. And the cool thing is, with one healthy blog post or one healthy YouTube video, you could dissect that, honestly, and you could create anywhere between 10 to 20 pins that are all kind of saying the same thing in little different ways and directing it all back to that one link. So you're really supporting yourself from that SEO, search engine optimization, because again, Pinterest is a search engine. So when people are on Google and they're searching for the solutions that you have, your pins are going to populate as a potential resource for those people. So I hope that this served you well. Congratulations and good luck pinning. Kim Ward, bye for now.